Great return. Great return, Facebook. Great return, Light Lord. Grand Rising. I got up, man. Peace, peace. Peace to everyone. You know what I'm saying? What I tell you to do after you got to eat? What? After you get through eating, what you supposed to do? Go outside. Yeah, that's because I'm moving. I was moving. What's up, everybody? Peace to all the guys. Peace to the guys walking this plane. You know what I'm saying? With a purpose. Something to do. Ooh, the sun feels so good right now. My feet planted on the earth. Like a tree. Like a tree. Like a tree. You gotta be one with what is. You gotta be one with what is, man. One with what is, man. Hear some birds chirping. You know what I'm saying? Communicating. Echoing. Gotta keep a healthy perspective about everything, man. No matter what happens. What? What's what? Embrace the light of your mind. Because if you don't embrace it and work through it, you ain't gonna ever reach your higher self. I mean, you're gonna reach it eventually, but it takes focus. It takes dedication. It takes perseverance. It takes integrity. It takes being honest with yourself. Peace to the guys. Bay in the room. Jazuri. Mama Zuri in the room. Mama Jazuri in the room. VV Queen, shout out to you. Katska Gonzalez, shout out to you. Indigo Osho, shout out to you. What? Yeah, why you going there? Messing with him. After I told you when you got through eating to come outside. You gonna do what I say, man. Up in there messing with folks, man. Anyways, yeah, man. Growth, man. Growth. It takes effort. It actually takes effort. I mean, of course, you can just be like, oh, I'll allow everything to happen. But you know what I'm saying? You got to put some action into it. You can just, man, you literally not just allowing things to happen. I mean, you move your body, don't you? If that's the case, you want to move your body. You know what I'm saying? That's an extreme. That's an ideological extreme to just say, I'm peace. I'm just let everything happen. Like, nah, you got to put some authority into everything that you're doing. You have to speak with authority. You have to actually move your body with authority. You got to move your body with authority. Like, hey, I got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I control this. Like, this mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying you're gonna control every single thing. The things you don't control, you know what I'm saying? Just leave that alone. What I'm saying is, what's up, Derek? What I'm saying is, as much control as you can possibly have over your life, get it. Because if not, somebody else gonna control it. What you gotta realize is that another man's mind makes up these governments. Another man's mind, somebody's mind, some man's mind is making these governments and keeping these governments alive. In order for you to make your own reality, in order for you to take control of your own life, you got to make up your mind. And you can't just make up your mind just sitting there talking about, well, it's happening, I'm gonna just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? God take care of it. Bruh, you are God. Stop playing with yourself. What you mean? Of course, there's a higher being, but you are one with that higher being. Of course, there's higher being, there's higher intelligence, that's the higher God, but you also a part of that. You play a part in it. If not, then you wouldn't exist. If it were not so, then you wouldn't exist. So stop playing. Don't play the victim and just sit there and like, man, I'm just let it happen. Nah, man, it's done. Hell nah. You gotta actually take control of your own fucking life, man. You gotta actually take control of your life. Put out vision. You gotta build up what you want to, you know what I'm saying, who you want to be, you know what I'm saying, who you actually are, learn who you actually are, and then out of that build who you want to be with who you are. You know what I'm saying? You got to start your foundation with objective facts. You got to study your astrological energy. You got to look up your astrological energy, study your genes, because as above, so below. That's a Hermetic principle. That's the nature of truth is 7. The truth of nature is 7, I mean. And one of those 7 laws of nature is the law of correspondence, as above, so below. As within, so without. So you got to be like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be on some higher level thinking. You got to be starting at a foundation. You got to have a foundation to start with, and that foundation always going to be yourself. That foundation always going to be yourself. And then you build from there. You know what I'm saying? You build from there. You can't be bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? Just expecting something to happen when you're not putting in the effort. Everything that you focus on has a specific frequency and vibration. Everything that you focus on has a specific frequency and is emitting a vibration, meaning an attraction and repelling pull, an attraction and repulsion. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're trying to manifest, something, or you are manifesting something, or you focus on something, the more you focus on it, the faster it's gonna come into existence. So you don't need to worry about how fast it's gonna come. You don't need to worry about the time, because you actually making the space between it. Father, See what I'm saying? The space between you and that situation or you and that thing, you making thoughts are things. So, and thoughts create experiences. Without your thought, you wouldn't be able to perceive everything. So, you worried about the time or how long it's gonna take is the time that you could be using to make it happen. You understand what I'm saying? The time that you worried about it, oh man, I wish this would happen, I wish this would happen, is the time you could, the same energy you could be using to make it happen. You could be using that to find out how to make it happen, how to get this done, how to get these things done, how to get these thoughts together to manifest an experience for me. Peace to Elizabeth Pitts in the room. I love myself, God. So that time you could be using, the time you using to say I'm bored, the time you sitting there saying I'm bored, I'm bored, I don't got nothing to do, just lets you know that you're not doing your purpose. You're not working for a purpose. You're not doing anything. Anyone that has a purpose, most of the time, not saying all the time, most of the time, they not gonna be bored because they're gonna have something to do. They're gonna be doing something active. When you bored, that's a symbol for you not being able to do anything. That's a neutral energy. That's a what you call complacency. That means you're in a state of complacency. You're in a place of stagnation when you bored. You don't know what to do because you don't have a purpose. You haven't made your mind up yet. You haven't made your mind up to find out what you're gonna do with your life. You got to dedicate your life to something. You know what I'm saying? If you don't live for something, you ain't dying for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't what you dying for. You know what I'm saying? You basically just live for nothing. Just to be an example for other people, to show them what not to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you have to focus. This reality is based on focused intent. This reality is based on imagination. I'm gonna tell you straight up. This reality is based on imagination, my nigga, and putting that imagination into reality, making imagination an experience. Making imagination an experience is what this reality is about. Period. It's what our realities is about. The whole multiverse, whatever verse. You are the universe, so everything that's happening is a part of you. You got to take hold of your own mind, get clarity, in any way possible. Make your mind clear. You know what I'm saying? Make your mind clear enough to be focused on, to be purely focused on a specific purpose to get that purpose done. You're not gonna be sitting up bored, and you're not gonna be worried about how much time it's gonna take. You're not gonna be anxious about it. You're just gonna be doing it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be doing it. What's these? What type of nuts? Is this a nut? Yeah. No, this ain't. I don't know what this is. It look like kind of like a walnut or something. Anybody tell me what that is? It look like a walnut, don't it?
Yeah.
Let's see if it can focus. Focus good in there. I don't know. I don't know what nut that is. But it's a tree seed. Go throw it over there in the dirt. Push it in the dirt. Put it on the earth. Put it back where you got it. Okay. I love the honesty. I do what you've been saying. This lockdown got me so stressed, but always learning light love. You know what I'm saying? You gotta actually take hold of the light that you have. You know what I'm saying? Or just go with another man's light. Go with another man's light. It's your choice. You know what I'm saying? It's your choice. Peace Nathan. Peace Don. Friendly. Peace Juliet. I love myself, God. I love myself, reflection. Peace, God. My reflection.
Peace, God, Daddy.
Facts. You got to take hold of the light, of your own light. Learn how to manipulate your own light, or just be led by another person's light. Peace to the guy, hippie barber in the building. You either take control of your own light, or you get controlled by somebody else's. It's point blank period. That's how reality gonna work. So every reality is composed of thoughts. Those thoughts, each thought has an attraction pull, and a repelling push, depending on what type of thought that is, and how much you focus on that thought determines what situations is gonna happen in your life. You got to realize you can't get caught up in the religious in this old world shit. You see what's happening in the world? It's because it's something new happening. The Christ consciousness is coming in. The Christ consciousness, Christ, where you will be able to do more than what Christ did, what the people call Jesus did, or all the other Christ. Every Christ that comes says, if you follow my teachings, then you will be able to do more than what I have done. Peace, Oracle, Omni Mag, and Source Council. I love myself. Peace to the gods. Zero consciousness. Facts. So every Christ that ever came is gonna teach you. If you follow these teachings, then you're gonna be able to do more than what they have done. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people preaching Christianity, preaching Muslim, you know what I'm saying, or modern day Islam, Judaism, you know what I'm saying, people Jewish, stuff like that. But they not, you know what I'm saying, what are they showing? What are they showing and proving? You know what I'm saying? Are they showing and proving that they the Christ or what? Are they showing and proving that what God is or what? You know what I'm saying? Are they showing and proving that peace supposed to be on earth? Let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, or what? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Who's showing and proving it? You got to actually put this knowledge into application. You actually have to put your faith to work. You know what I'm saying? Or else it's dead. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge without application is ignorance. You can have all the knowledge in the motherfucking world. If you ain't applying that shit, then it don't matter. If you ain't applying that shit, then you're still ignorant. You can have all the faith. You can have the faith the size of a mustard seed. But if you don't put that faith to work, how you gonna move the mountain? They say, you know what I'm saying, it only takes the size of a mustard seed, faith the size of a mustard seed to move mountains. What are mountains though? This when we get scientific with it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta actually know what a mountain is. When you read anything that's spiritual, that's based in spirituality, you have to take it back to spirit. You have to take it back to source consciousness, to zero consciousness, and the first frequency, to get to infinity, so you can understand what infinity is and all the intricacies of it. What's a mountain? A mountain is a mound. It's a mound of things built up. It's a mound of a whole bunch of minerals built up to the point where it's so big. You know what I'm saying? It's so big. You like, dang. You know what I'm saying? This is a big old mountain. This mug in my way. I got to get around this thing. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what it's saying is, with just a little bit of faith or a little bit of knowledge, because faith is evidence, is basically the same thing. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. It's evidence. It's scientific evidence. It's saying what you see is scientific proof. What you seeing is scientific proof. What's up?
My car.
What about it? Move it. What you see as scientific proof, move it. Move it. What you see as scientific proof is the faith. Okay. What you're seeing as evidence of your belief or your scientific exploration, or what you're exploring for, what you're making into reality, what you're focusing on, that's your faith. You know what I'm saying? When you put that faith, when you get that little bit of faith, and you actually put it to work, you can move mountains. Meaning you can move big. You can move constructs of thought, big constructs of thought that you wouldn't think could be moved. Big constructs of feelings, big constructs of actions, big constructs of people, places, and things that you would have never thought. If you didn't have that faith, you wouldn't have thought that you could get through those situations. If you didn't have that faith or had that belief, you wouldn't have thought that you could build what you could build. You know, you wouldn't have thought that you would have got your obstacles out of the way that you got out the way. You what? Sit down right there. Sit down right there. Meditate. Be quiet. Close your eyes. All right. With a little bit of faith, the size of a mustard seed. This is just symbolism. You know what I'm saying? All this is symbolism. This realm is symbolic to what takes place in your mind. With a little bit of knowledge, you can do a lot of things if you work it, if you put it into action. Just with a little bit of knowledge, because that little bit of knowledge gonna lead you to everything you need to know. So you really already all knowing. This is why you cannot separate yourself from God. You cannot separate yourself from God, bro. Do not ever separate yourself from God. That's where we fucked up at. When you get caught up in the illusion of separation, you could separate yourself from higher intelligence. Then you ain't gonna be able to experience higher intelligence. How you gonna experience something that you're not connected with? How you gonna experience something that you're not always around, that you're not always with? If you always with God and you walking with God, then you basically becoming God because you become what you around. You become who you walk. You become who you hang around. You know what I'm saying? So if all you see is God, then what's all around you? God, and it's constantly teaching you. Peace to the God of Kingdom Murray. I love myself. I love myself. Reflection. So if all you seeing is God, then that's all there can be. That's all there can be. You are all knowing because you are all people probably thinking I'm crazy. You are all knowing. You are all knowing because you know what you know now to get what you need to get to where what you're going to know. You know what you know now to get to what you're going to know. But if you don't work it, it doesn't matter. If you don't work it, you don't know shit. You either know everything. You know what I'm saying? You either know what you know and embrace it and put it to work, or it's dead. It don't mean shit. It's dead. It don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Because you're not manifesting it. You're not making it reality. That's what guys do. That's what God does. God makes realities for his pleasure. God makes realities for her pleasure. God makes realities for its pleasure. The Elohim makes realities, makes man, and man means mind. It makes minds, meaning accumulations of thoughts. There have been thoughts with other minds. From the mind, the all mind, the infinite void consciousness, cosmic body. We make realities, man. And my job, well, one of my many purposes on this plane is to get the hell out of me. What? One of my many purposes on this plane is to remind you that you God, and to motivate you to apply your knowledge, separate from your lower self, but don't get caught in the illusion of separation. Okay? Know why things seem separate and utilize the duality to bring everything into oneness. If you catch my drift. You know what I'm saying? Everything in this reality is symbolic. If the light is shining on you, you have a chance. If the light is shining on you, if you are awake right now, if you are literally awake right now, you have a chance to become your higher self. You have an opportunity to become your higher self. You have an opportunity to be one with God, to actually be in communion, constant communion with higher intelligence, higher morals and principles, higher states of living and thinking. Okay? You have that chance, and that's my job, man. That's why I come here, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm on this internet, because it's a symbolic version of the Ethernet, which is all it is the subconscious mind, the 95 to 99% of the rest of the mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking and using my conscious mind, which is 5 to 10% of the mind. You wield your conscious mind and use that and use your conscious mind to grab on to imagination. Your subconscious is your imagination. You know what I'm saying? Your conscious mind is just, you know what I'm saying, what you think is what critical thinking and stuff like that. Critical thinking. You know what I'm saying? What you're using your mind to latch on to thoughts, pull thoughts to you, build with those thoughts, make those thoughts. The more you focus on specific purpose or goal, the more thoughts gonna come to you to help you with that. Now, you are going to have thoughts because of the law of polarity. Like I said, the truth of nature is 7, and polarity is one of those laws. Go look them up. Polarity states that for there to be one energy, there has to be an equal and opposite energy. Okay? There has to be an equal and opposite force. So you will get opposition. But the opposition is just pushing you to be better. That's the healthy perspective. That's the healthiest perspective that you can keep. See what I'm saying? Don't let anything stand in your way. Hey, I said be still, boy. Meditate. Hands on your knees. Listen to what I'm saying. For there to be anything, there has to be polarity. For anything to exist, there has to be polarity. You know what I'm saying? You got black, white. You got hot, cold. You got hot, cold. You got farther, nearer. You got up and down, you know what I'm saying? Left and right, duality, basically. Polarity. There has to be polarity. So when you're doing something, you're gonna have things that want to come and help, that want to help you and want to push you to do what you're doing. And you're gonna have things that seem like it's going against you, but it's really doing the same thing. This just depends on how you look at it. And see, perception controls your biology, and it controls how situations attract and manifest into your life. So that's why you gotta always keep a healthy perspective. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always keep a healthy perspective, and the more you can hold a perspective, the more you can hold your focus. It's all about focus. The more you can hold a perspective, the longer you can hold a perspective and endure through that perspective, the more things gonna manifest that you want to happen through that perspective. So you just gotta stand on your 10 toes, man. Be still and know that I am. It's not saying literally just sit there, like, you know what I'm saying, and just sit there. No, not all the time. But you be still and know that I am in your consciousness. You be still in the mind. You be still in the mind. You don't just be going just from one place, you know what I'm saying, one place to another, confusing yourself. And I know for a fact, because my Mercury is in Pisces in the 3rd house. I know that for a fact. So how I think and how I communicate with others is through the subconscious. So I be sending, you know what I'm saying, thoughts back and forth, telepathy. I be sending thoughts back and forth to people that I want to, you know what I'm saying, sometimes without me even knowing, because it's Piscean energy, it's subconscious. The detriment of that, or the negative aspect of that, is that if I overthink, if I focus on the wrong things, I can make myself confused. I can confuse myself, and then the transmissions that I'm doing with my thoughts, it'll get, you know what I'm saying, the wires are crossed and everything will get messed up. But see, you gotta study yourself. You gotta study your astrological energy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta study your astrological energy and know how your mind works. You gotta know what your sun is, your moon is. You gotta know what the sun is, the moon, bro. It's to the point now that it's finna be no excuse, bro. There's no excuse. We in the age of information. We have the information to conquer all of our demons. We have the information to conquer this old world shit that's going on right now, this old paradigm shit, like this old monetary system and shit, this monetary system, these old world governments, all this other shit. We have the knowledge. We got to put that shit into work, man. You have knowledge to know what the sun is. People don't even look up at the sky no more and wonder what, I mean, people wonder what it is, but you know what I'm saying? We have the answers. We know what these things are now. There's no excuse. We know what they are for a fact. You can play semantics and you can have your own perception, but when it comes to objective facts, things that could have been proven over and over and over again without flaw, it can always be the same way, no matter what you do. It don't matter. No matter what you do, if it's always doing the same thing that it's always done and it keep doing every day, then you know that that's objective fact. You know that's a scientific statement. You know that's a theorem, like Gagot, God Almighty's Grand Unified Theorem. Gij, J equals 0. You know what I'm saying? That's a mathematical formula, a theorem that encompasses all science, that encompasses existence. You know what I'm saying? That says that humans are one with God, that there is a God, but humans are their God, and everything else is a part of that being that we call God. So this is infallible knowledge that I'm telling you about. Ain't no more excuses. We know what the sun is, we know what the moon is, we know what the stars are, we know, you know what I'm saying, what the planets are. We know what existence is. Now it's time to utilize what we know, put it into effect. You know what I'm saying? You don't you know what I'm saying, in your incarnation, in your finite version, or your natural ego, you don't know every single thing, but you know enough to get to the next thing that you need to know in order to progress and keep on doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's why you always got to embrace what you know now, apply that, and then emit that into this internet, because that's a symbolic representation of this Ethernet. Emit that into the Ethernet, get online, emit it into the internet. Emit it into the Ethernet, get online, emit it into the internet. Constantly doing this. Whatever your vision of paradise, your vision of heaven is, get on it. Don't be scared. Get through your demons, study your natal chart, go through your aspects, start conquering them. One of my aspects is what Mercury opposition midheaven. You know, a midheaven is your Mercury deals with how you communicate with others and how you think. The reason it deals with how you think yourself and simultaneously how you communicate with others, because this reality is thought based. This reality is your mind, basically. This reality is your mind, because without your mind, you wouldn't be able to experience this reality, and however you think will trickle out into this reality and affect it. So that's why Mercury represents thought, internal thinking, and external thinking simultaneously. Your midheaven is the energies that you can use to manifest your heaven. It's not saying that you need that. It's not telling you what specific thing you can do. It's just telling you how you can do it, how you can do certain things, and how that will help you, and how you will be seen as a good work partner through doing these things in this specific way, through doing whatever you want to do in this specific way. Okay, so my midheaven is in Virgo. My midheaven is in Virgo. Virgo is about structure, order. It want to be clean. It want to be tidy. It want everything to be in a specific place. It's down to earth. It's an earth sign. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's the what cardinal earth sign. No, it's not. It's not the cardinal earth sign. That's Taurus. Peace, God. I love myself. It's a mutable. I think it's mutable earth sign. Yeah. I think it's a mutable. It's either mutable or fixed. I forgot. My bad. But shit. Anyways, that my Mercury in Pisces and my midheaven is in Virgo, and they're opposite. They're opposing each other. Oh, he said mutable. Facts. I see. I knew it wasn't cardinal, because I knew that Virgo was like in between all the zodiac signs, so it had to be mutable. Facts. Okay, so anyways, I appreciate that, man. I love myself, man. I love myself, bro. I love my mind, you know what I'm saying? My reflection, bro. Anyways, your Mercury deals with your internal and external thinking. Your midheaven deals with how you can work and get recognition, and how you be recognized for your work, and the type of way you will be working. So them were opposing one another. So I had to. That's basically what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm working through my demons. You know what I'm saying? That's just one. You got a whole list of angels and demons in your chart. Go get your chart. Just look up astrological natal birth chart, or you can look up just look up natal chart, or look up birth chart. You don't have to make it too complicated, because I know I'll be talking and speaking quote unquote big words sometimes. But anyways, just look up your birth chart. And look up your aspects. ASPECTS. You're gonna look up all your aspects. You're gonna go through your oppositions, your squares, your quincunxes. They gonna be your quote unquote demons some of the time, not all the time. And your trines, sextiles, and conjunctions, peace to the God OG Zebo, are gonna be your angels. They're most likely gonna be the ones that can help you think clearly, and on higher vibrations, connected with the higher intelligence. You know what I'm saying? That we call God. Peace to the God OG Zebo in the building. I love myself, God. I love my self-reflection. And so my Mercury my Mercury in Pisces in the third house was opposing my midheaven Virgo. So that basically meant that the way I think was going against how I was supposed to work. You see what I'm saying? I can think like big shit, a big imagination. Like I can think of a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that I can think of so much, it was hindering my organization skills. And so that's what I'm working on. That's a demon I'm conquering. And then it also allows you to constantly think upon the past. It also allows the Mercury opposition midheaven in my chart. It makes me it can make me like just dwell on the past. Like, dang, I could have did this. I could have did that. You see what I'm saying? Because of the Virgo energy. The Piscean energy is like, fuck it. The Piscean energy like, fuck it. Everything. Subconscious. The last zodiac sign, you know what I'm saying? The 12 that connects back to the one is the infinity. So, but the Virgo is like, I got to organize everything. I could have did that better. I could have did this. I could have did that. You know what I'm saying? So it can make you dwell on the past. And that's something I've been overcoming. That's self-doubt, you know what I'm saying? Dwelling on the past, and doing more living in the now, embracing myself where I actually am, you know what I'm saying? My higher self, becoming my higher self, becoming God body, eating better, you know what I'm saying? I done fucked up, you know what I'm saying? I done done all, you know what I'm saying? We all fuck up, but you gotta fail forward. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep that mindset, you gotta focus. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you all this in order to give my reflection, give myself that motivation to focus on what you're supposed to focus on, or however you doing things in your life, and just give you suggestions, you know, to better yourself. You know what I'm saying? To better my reflection. Because when I put this energy out, I'm getting it back. Whatever energy you put out, you getting it back. Even if motherfucker don't listen. Motherfuckers just gonna come out of nowhere I ain't even seen online. Might just come out in my daily life, you know what I'm saying, off the internet, offline, and just become a part, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, bond up with me, or, you know what I'm saying, show me that they doing better with they self. So, you know what I'm saying, that's how reality work. Whatever you put out into the ethernet, you're going to get back. Whatever you put out into internet, which is a part of the ethernet, you're going to get back. So it don't matter. The reason I'm saying put it into the internet and keep focusing on what you want to do, even if you're going to have oppositions, you have that little bit of mustard seed faith. Work that faith by working it into the ethernet and consistently putting it into the internet. The reason I'm saying that consistently put it into the internet as well is because it boosts the vibration. Because we're living in the age of information now. You must adapt with the times. You must adapt with the times. If Jesus Christ, people think Jesus or Yeshua, whatever you want to call him, was living, he would be on the internet. Jesus would be on the internet. If he was really trying to get a message out, if people was really trying to get messages out, they would be on the internet. So stop bullshitting with yourself. If you are, I'm not saying you are. This is not directly at anybody. Stop bullshitting with yourself. Whatever you want, don't think about what you don't have. Focus on what you do have, which is a fucking phone and Wi-Fi. Even if you don't got no internet, you can connect somebody Wi-Fi. You can go to fucking McDonald's or Burger King or anywhere. I know a lot of people vegan, they don't want to be around it, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. You got to do what you got to do, right? You got to do what you got to do. You trying to get a message out? You trying to manifest things into your life? There's people that's waiting in this world. There's thousands of people waiting to help you on your mission, whatever it is. They're waiting to see somebody do what you're doing. Everything is symbolic. They're waiting to see what you're doing. There's people out there. You got to think. If you thinking, dang, I need to be doing something, it's somebody out there. Law of polarity and correspondence. It's somebody out there that's like, dang, I'm waiting on that motherfucker to do it. Doing the same shit. They doing the same thing you doing. They waiting on you. They waiting to see you doing something so they can support what you doing. But you ain't no never ever get what you gonna get if you don't put that out there. If you don't actually put that out there. Your real self. Put everything out there. What you working on, how you bettering yourself. Let the motherfuckers know you human too. But let them know, hey, we human, but we God, bruh. We got the power to do anything we want to do on this plane of existence. Look at what we've done so far. Of course, we done fucked up the planet a little bit, but we done a little bit the same way we made it better, kind of. We done made our connection to each other better. Through this internet. Through this interface, we have connected to the collective consciousness of the human mind. Now we have the power to push. We have the ability to push wherever we want into existence and receive it back. Faster. That's all we working on doing. All humanity is working on doing. I don't care what you're saying. You see cops killing black folks. You see the corona. You see them building 5G towers. You see all this stuff happening in the world. MK Ultra, all this shit. It's all happening for betterment. And I'm gonna tell you straight up. And not many conspiracy theories gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you, everything that you think is happening bad is happening for good. Everything that you think is happening for bad is happening for good, nigga. Real shit. Cause the earth plane, God is getting rid of the bullshit on this planet. God is getting rid of the bullshit on this planet. In order to get rid of the bullshit, it has to prepare things. It has to set things up. It has to set certain types of communication up. It has a certain types of the way people move up. If people weren't moving the way they was moving, maybe cops wouldn't even see no cops in their life. They'll be policing their own realities. Am I wrong or am I right? People would be policing their own realities. You wouldn't have to see no damn lower self cop just pull a motherfucker over and shoot him. You wouldn't ever have to see it if you got your mind right. That's what the reality is teaching you. That's what the higher intelligence, what we like to call God, is teaching us. That's why we're coming, and we got the internet. 5G is boosting internet connection. 5G is boosting our connectivity to our mind. Y'all worried about that, but you got melanin. Melanin heals DNA. Peace to the God, Sun Kasha Means in the building. Melanin heals DNA. So why you scared of 5G? Melanin heals DNA. That means if you healing your DNA, if you constantly know about your DNA and you healing your DNA, then you're gonna adapt. You're gonna adapt and you're gonna evolve. If you don't know what's going on, and you don't know how to keep your DNA, you know what I'm saying, keep your melanin from being damaged, so it can keep healing your DNA, so that you can keep evolving as a human being and adapting to your situation and being a better human being, then you're gonna die off. It's just simple as that. Survival of the fittest. That's how nature work. That's how God work. The wrath of God. When you do shit against yourself, that's the wrath of God. You doing the shit to yourself. Not God, just not a God just looking from heaven like, oh yeah, you did that wrong. I'm finna get your ass. Nah, nigga, you do shit to yourself. We do things to ourselves. It's groups of humans coming together and we establish societies, and then the shit backfire on us because we done missed some shit that could have made, that we could have, a problem that we could have solved. We done missed a problem that we could have solved. That's on us. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this is the wrath of God is what we do when coming back on ourselves. You gotta be, this everything in this reality is happening for your betterment. And as soon as you keep that perspective and you hold that perspective, everything in the reality is gonna shape up to what you think. Real talk. You hold that perspective. Hold the healthy perspective. You know what I'm saying? MK Ultra, mind control. Okay. It's teaching you how to control your own mind. 5G connection. Oh, okay. Radiation. Okay. Oh, okay. It's deepening our connectivity. It's making our connection stronger. Okay. All of these motherfucking cops out here, they killing folks, but guess what? If we weren't around, they wouldn't have nobody to kill. Guess what? If we moved away like we was supposed to been doing, if we just get all dipped out, and would use the system against itself, all fucking dipped out, started our own governments, built our own shit, protected ourselves, policed ourselves, then we wouldn't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? But nah, people want to be house niggas. Real shit. That's what it really is. People want to stay in the system, complain about the system, but keep themselves pacified by the system, so they can just feel comfortable in the shit that they don't like. Nah, you got to step outside the box, fam. And the only way you're going to be able to step outside that box, the physical box, is to step outside your mental box. Stop trapping yourself. Stop trapping yourself with your own energy. Learn your energies, how they bend within your soul, your mind. Ooh, that's another thing, but I ain't even gonna go into that. In fact, fuck it, I am going into it. See how the light bends within your mind, your soul, man. Your soul. S-O-L. S-O-L means the sun in Spanish. And other languages. You know what I'm saying? S-O-L means the sun. Your soul is the sun. How the light has refracted off these other different parts of the solar system in your mind and came up into this earth plane and bonded in this earth plane as who you think you are. Your body is your soul, is your mind, is your astrological energy. That's your astrological program. And everything that's happening has programmed you to be the way you are. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's happening. Everything that's happened from no beginning, because there is no beginning. Now we're finna get deep. We're finna get deep because there is no beginning or end. You can think, okay, what happened before I was born? But the only reason you think you was born is because your five senses. Is because you was told you was born. You weren't told that you was an infinite consciousness. You was told that you was a limited being. You was told that you was a limited being that got portaled in, that came into this reality through a sperm and an egg cell coming together, and that's it. And it was a spark of life, and then you became who you are, and then one day you just gonna die. Nah, that's not who you are. You way more than that. You was told you was a limited being when you came into this existence. That's one thing. That's a generational curse right there that we gotta overcome. Just that simple thing. Just us simply being told, you know what I'm saying, we was born. And how we was born affects how we think. affects how you think when you're a child, bro. It affects from when you a child all the way to you, an adult. All the way. You know what I'm saying? Just your child programming, your childhood programming affects you all the way to you know what I'm saying? All the way up into your adulthood. You know what I'm saying? I got this wine here, I ain't even been sipping it. Hey, I got this wine here, I ain't even been sipping it, y'all. I got this wine, it's been sitting here the whole time. I ain't even been sipping this wine because I'm just so in tune with what's going on, bro. Like, filtering this information, you know what I'm saying? Grounding, connecting with the sun, you know what I'm saying? Just in tune with my true self. But anyways, just that right there, that simple thing, telling your child that you was born, you know what I'm saying, that they're a limited being. Not, you know what I'm saying, no, you know, I ain't finna go into semantics, but you know what I'm saying, basically teaching limited ideas, you know what I'm saying, limiting beliefs. Not saying you shouldn't have structure and order. I'm not saying you should have structure and order and have certain boundaries at certain times for the development of consciousness. You know what I'm saying, for the development of he said metaphysically sipping. Hey, facts. Metaphysically sipping that wine, boy. Symbolic, like I was saying, everything's symbolic. I just got it right here, and I feel like I've been sipping it. I ain't even touched it. I ain't even started sipping them motherfuckers. Well, I sipped on it last night, but you know what I'm saying. I ain't sipping on any today. But anyways, just not saying you don't need to have structure and order, and you know what I'm saying, certain ways when we're developing, as you know what I'm saying, like if you're building a family or you're building a peace to the God, Mo Jones. I love myself reflection. You God, remember that. I'm not saying don't have structure and order in a reality that you make. What I'm saying is there's better ways to construct systems for us to live in, so that we won't think that we just limited beings. We'll have more faith in ourselves to do the work that we're supposed to be doing. We'll have more faith in ourselves to know that we God and know that we're connected with God, simultaneously experiencing a visualization of an imagination of our own mind, a clip reel, a movie within all of the infinite movies. See, you gotta when we understand this reality, which we do now, we understand. We have to begin to apply this information. That's what this whole video is about. We have to begin to apply this information and get out of our comfort zone, and begin to actually identify ourselves as this higher intelligent information, as our higher selves. You know what I'm saying? You have to identify yourself with the information that you have in order to actually feel it and put it in action. Okay? So just the simple fact that, you know what I'm saying, you limit when a child is growing up, you limit their mind to thinking that they're just this limited being in a flesh suit, you know what I'm saying, that's just gonna grow up and then die one day. That's not gonna be just that right there. All of your thoughts begin to become encased in that idea. All of the child's thoughts begin to be encased in idea over time. As the more that child sees that, the more that child sees that thought realm, that thought form of just being a limited being that's just gonna grow up and die one day anyway, or work for this system and just die anyway. You know what I'm saying? Or work for an old paradigm, an old world system and just die anyway. Then you know what I'm saying, that subconsciously, not even consciously, that subconsciously manifests realities or situations for that child to experience that. And so if this child, that's why the Christ conscious children, or God's children, God's chosen, we go through so much shit. Because we know consciously, we we infinite beings, we unlimited, we, you know what I'm saying, we cosmic beings, we always been, you know what I'm saying, gonna forever exist. I always existed. I forget shit all the time. That don't mean I wasn't existing. You know what I'm saying, type of mentality. We got to deal with, we consciously know that, but then subconsciously we dealing with all these generational curses, all this other shit that's manifesting in our lives, and we got to find out where the source of that shit came from. We got to find out where the source of that, you know what I'm saying, why is this shit manifesting in my life like this? I'm a God, what the fuck? Now I got to find out what the hell going on. And so what I'm saying is, getting your astrological natal chart, that's what's gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the five sciences of carbonation, that's gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the 5 sciences or the 5 arts of carbonation, which are astrology, biology, astrology, biology / epigenetics, quantum physics, melanin, and grounding. These five instrumental sciences, you apply them in your daily life. Look through your natal chart, connect with nature, connect with zero consciousness, the cosmic body, the infinite cosmic void being that you actually are, which is actually God, the darkness that was upon the face of the deep. You see what I'm saying? The spirit of God that hovered over the waters. You know what I'm saying? Going back to source consciousness on you, I'm just letting you know. That'll help you. All these sciences and all this information, that'll help you delve through that, and you use that as a resource to get to the source of all your issues, of all the why you keep going through the same shit in your life, of all the why this just keep happening to me. No matter what I do, this keep happening to me. You know what I'm saying? You got to go look deep, dive deep into yourself, separate yourself from society, separate yourself from people that don't give a, that, you know what I'm saying, that's not really, peace to the God, Asar Gan Sonuftunda, Asar Ganesh Sonuftunda. I don't know how to say your name fully, brother, but peace to the gods. I love myself, you God, always remember that. And yeah, you got to use those resources to get to the source of where all the shit, you know what I'm saying, you dealing with came from. You got to separate yourself from people that do not benefit your motherfucking life. You keep getting into it with motherfuckers, but then always want to be around them. No. Lessen the time that you spend with people that's not actually helping you with your son of thunder. Oh, okay, my bad. My bad, yeah. Son of thunder. I didn't catch that. Peace to the God, Asar, son of thunder. To lessen the time that you spend with people that do not see your vision. That do not see your vision. Period. If they don't see your vision, if they don't think like you, when it comes to building, you know, your ideal reality, literally your ideal reality, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about to the T. You got to lessen your time you spending with them, because their subconscious is affecting your subconscious. Your subconscious, you got an auric field around you, a toroidal field. You got an auric field around you. And now it's scientifically proven that it's called the biofield. You know what I'm saying? You got this aura around you that stretches from 10 feet or beyond. You know what I'm saying? It actually stretches infinitely, but it becomes more subtle the more it stretches. So the closer you are to people, the closer your thoughts are to one another, and your thoughts begin to, you know what I'm saying, transfer between your minds. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts begin to transfer between your minds, your conscious minds. So between your conscious and subconscious minds, the closer you are to one another in proximity. So the more you hang around people, the more you start getting they shit. You know what I'm saying? Depending on your astrological energy, the more you hang around certain people, the more you start. And if their vision doesn't add up to your vision, there's something in quantum physics called interference. You have destructive interference and you have constructive interference. If you're emitting a frequency, and let's say there are waves, and you're emitting a frequency, the waves are the vibration. Your frequency is the pulse, meaning whatever the thought is you're putting out. The thought makes a feeling. That feeling goes out, creates a vibration. If y'all feelings don't fluidly, you know what I'm saying, interchangeably connect with one another, you're gonna have what is called destructive interference, where y'all repel from one another, where y'all come together. It's simple as this: you come together, y'all got different minds, y'all get in a fight. Y'all get in a mental fight, I'm saying, not a physical fight, but some people do get in physical fights. Sometimes you end up killing the motherfucker. All this bullshit, you get into arguments. You're constantly getting into arguments. It's because y'all do not think alike, and y'all not willing to come to a middle ground to just say, I agree to disagree. Y'all not willing to come to a middle ground or an ideal, or an objective standpoint or objective view of looking at the situation, so that there can be some constructive interference in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the God Kalu. I love myself. You have to have objective, you have to be willing to, what is it called? You have to be willing to negotiate and come together on certain things and know that, okay, I'm gonna hang out with you. I'm gonna be around you when peace to the God Thomas A. I love myself. You have to be able to come to the objective grounds of knowing that, okay, when I'm focused on certain things, then I can fuck with you. I can't fuck with you when you doing all this other shit. I can fuck with you on certain things and those specific certain things only. Or else you gonna have destructive interference and y'all gonna be arguing all the motherfucking time and y'all ain't gonna fucking like each other. Okay? So that's when it comes to manifesting things and knowing how the subconscious mind works and knowing why certain things keep happening to you, situations keep happening to you over and over, is because of the people you around. It's because of how you thinking. Peace to the God, Juliet Harding Reed. Yeah, real talk. So when you not thinking like somebody, of course, you're going to be mentally and even sometimes physically fighting one another. Well, you know what I'm saying? All is mental. That's the first law of nature. The first law of nature is all is mental. So, you know what I'm saying? The truth of nature, the truth of nature is 7. You know what I'm saying? That's the first law. All is mental. So it all starts mentally. You wondering why things keep happening in your life, and it's because of the people you're hanging around. It's because of how you thinking. It's because of your lack of knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? My people perish due to a lack of knowledge of self. My people perish due to a lack of knowledge of self. Study yourself. Study your natal chart. Get away from motherfuckers that's not fucking helping you. Period. If they not helping you, fuck them. If you feel like you ain't got nobody around that's helping you, help yourself. Put that out into the ethernet. Put that out into the internet. Let everybody know, hey, I got this vision. Y'all gonna help me or what? If not, okay, I'm going about my business. I got other stuff I could be doing with my time. This is how God thinks. This is how God thinks, bro. This is God thinking. You see what I'm saying? That's how God gonna think. God's like, oh, okay, I'm building a reality. I don't need nothing interfering with that. I'm building this. Okay, you interfering with that? Okay, I'm gonna overcome your ass. I'm finna get around it. I'm finna let you don't do what you doing. I'm finna keep on building my shit over here. Peace to the God, Bobby White. I love myself. I love myself. Reflection. You God, always remember that. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get the fuck away from motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to be doing. We have the information now. There's no excuse. There are no excuses no more. You know what I'm saying? If you fuck up, you fucked up, but get your ass back up and keep going. You fail forward. Get your ass back up and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Get up and keep going. It's just simple as that. You know what I'm saying? If you fuck up, you fuck up. Ain't no sin in Christ, bro. Christ already died for the sins. Christ died for our sins. Meaning the Christ consciousness. When you get into the Christ consciousness, peace to the God, Kevin Starks. I love myself. Reflection. Always remember that you God. When you get to the Christ consciousness, when it say that Christ died for our sins, it's talking about a scientific thing that happens when you reach a certain state of consciousness. When you reach a certain state of consciousness, it's hard for you to you know what I'm saying, completely fall back into like lower ways of guilt and victimization and all this other shit. It's hard for you to get there because you already know where you're going. You already know where you're going. You already know you Christ. You already know, okay, I'm going to heaven. I'm being with God. I'm God. You know what I'm saying? I'm being one with God, in constant communion with God. Eventually, I'm going to match the vibration of God and I will become God. So the Christ consciousness is the median between higher self-intelligence and your current state of intelligence, your current state of intelligence. So when it's saying that Christ died for our sins, it's saying that Christ transforms. It transforms everything, all your sins into salvation. Okay? It's transforming your sins into salvation. You fuck up or you sin, you are automatically, being in Christ consciousness state, you're going to automatically be like, okay, I fucked that up. I'm going to try not to do that. Fuck that. I'm doing some other, you know what I'm saying? I'm being better. I'm going to better myself. Oh, okay, I did that. Oh, man, dang. I did that again. Fuck, I wasn't conscious of that. I mean, I still fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Dang, I knew I shouldn't have done that. Man, I ain't finna do that no more. I'm trying to not do that. ever again, bro. Like, real talk. And you just constantly doing that over and over and over again. That's Christ consciousness. It's so freaking simple. It's not hard. You just got to reach that mind state. You got to constantly feel yourself. In order to, you got to constantly refill yourself. And in order to do this, a part of what I was saying was, you got to subconsciously program yourself. You're around other motherfuckers. You got to isolate yourself, and you have to constantly, every single day for like 30 to 90 days, sometimes less, sometimes more, depending on who you are, with this type of information, with higher level objective information. You know what I'm saying? You can think what you think subjectively in your imagination all you want, and I know how it is because, like I said, my Mercury is in Pisces in the third house. And what's going to happen is you're going to get thoughts, objective thoughts, that align with what you're thinking about. And those objective thoughts are going to lead you to change up some of the things you're thinking and align with objectivity even more. So take the 5 sciences of carbonation. Isolate yourself. Stay away from people that do not saying go in their motherfucking room and just lock yourself in there every day. Nah. Just don't fuck with people that ain't on your vibration, man. Just don't fuck with people that don't fuck with you. Like when it comes to on a metaphysical level, that don't fuck with you on a metaphysical level. You know what I'm saying? They don't think like you. They don't think you got to be able to constantly, and consistently communicate what you're committed to. You got to first be committed to something. That's the 3 C's. You got to first be committed to something. Then you got to be able to communicate that. And you got to be able to communicate that consistently. 3 C's. Commitment, communication, and consistency, man. If you constantly communicating, or you consistently communicating what you committed to, and other motherfuckers around you not doing the same shit, and other people around you are not attracted to what you're talking about, then why they around you? If they're not talking about the same things or helping you build upon those types of thoughts that you have, why they around? They're hindering your progress. You know what I'm saying? It's an obstacle to overcome. But I think I done said a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna start sipping on this. I done already sipped metaphysically. You know what I'm saying? Everything trickles into the physical. So, man, just take what I said, man. Like, real talk. Study yourself. Overcome yourself. Focus on what you want. It only take a little bit of faith to do something. But if you don't actually put it into action, you don't actually commit to that faith, that little bit of knowledge you got, then it don't mean shit. You ain't nothing. You ain't shit. And you don't even need to be on my fucking live. You need to be gone. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell nah. But anyways, I understand some people, you know what I'm saying, they still in certain specific parts of their journey. And sometimes they might pop up in my live or something, you know what I'm saying? I might motivate them. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because I'm really talking to myself and motivating myself. You know what I'm saying? To keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all in the chat, y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all know what I'm trying to, y'all know what I'm building. Not trying to build, but y'all know what I'm building. Because I'm consistently focused on it every day. And I'm doing these videos on my YouTube. I'm about to start doing stuff on Twitter. There ain't really much you can do on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I don't be on Twitter like that, but I'm gonna start getting on Twitter more. Anything on the internet that I can do to push out this message and push out my ideals, to get it back into a objective, and to get it back in an objective way, to build and construct it on the physical plane, to construct what my heaven is on earth. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use whatever platform I can use, all of them at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I do need help, not want help. I do need help because I don't want to do it all by my. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it all by myself. A genius knows he ain't supposed to just be working by himself. You can't do shit, nothing. I mean, not everything. Especially when you got big goals, when you have big, you know what I'm saying, ideas, big imagination. You gotta attract others that can help you. So if anybody gonna help me do what I'm doing, hit my inbox. Let's consistently communicate about what we committed to, and let's build, man. And let's just constantly exchange energy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta have no money or nothing. You just use your energy. Use what you got. Like I said, even if you gotta go to fucking McDonald's or Burger King, and you trying to be vegan, you gotta get on that Wi-Fi. You gotta put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the guy Wonder Wade that just came in the room. I'm finna get off of here though. You can watch go over this video again. And peace to the guy Rafiki. I love myself. Y'all know y'all guys, man. Remember that. So I'm getting off of here, man. I love myself. I am Jah Mashak, and I am here to live out and teach higher wisdom as an example for the collective consciousness. And I say today that we just gonna get our act together, man. We're gonna start manifesting in the heavens that we want, start seeing everything as for growth and betterment, and use the tools and the gifts and the skills that we have to put them all together and come together and build our heavens on this earth plane. As above, so below, let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The new heaven and the new earth is on its way. The new heaven and the new earth are on their way. I love myself. Peace to the gods.